on a minute. A little bit loud there.
Boy, that's loud.
It is loud.
Hey, folks. It's another episode of the Gary and Mark Show, and I'm Gary.
And I am Mark.
And we're coming to you. We're not live.
No, but we are alive.
Just barely.
That's true.
Barely. We've already been talking about friends who've moved on. Yeah.
And you don't mean to the next county or something.
No, well, maybe across the rivers, they like to say. They've crossed the Jordan. It's just what happens.
It does.
Yeah.
And, we're just, I think, bit by bit, things fall apart.
Yeah.
I mean, you got physical things at home falling apart, and I do too.
Well, which one you want to start with?
You go with yours first.
The sewer line.
That's always a good topic.
Yeah, from the house to the street.
And
it's a almost 100-year-old house. So the sewer line.
I wouldn't have thought they had sewer back 100 years ago.
Well, I think they just discovered how to do it.
Uh-huh.
But they should have put a little more drop in it.
And so you...
well, in order to keep it running downhill, I'm going to have to put in a new line and put in a little pump. And that's the way it goes.
Now, so this pump, I assume, works off electricity, right?
It does, and has a backup.
Okay, good. That's good.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than being in the middle of a thunderstorm, no power for 24 hours, and you're back to not being able to use it. It's like camping days.
It's like camping days.
And you're kind of like camping at your house now.
Sort of like that. I like to think of it as it's sort of like I'm at Deep Creek in the Smokies, except I do have a hot shower out back. I got microwave and television, so
There you go.
it's just when you go to do the douche, you're dropping it in a bucket, and then from the bucket it needs to go somewhere.
No, we don't necessarily have to go into.
We don't have to go into that, but I've got a big hole and I've got a shovel.
Well, you could just save it in like a 55-gallon drum, and when you get that new sewer line going, you could try that pump.
Just test it.
Well, Gary, it's good to get back again. It's been a long time since we've had an episode.
The last one was at our house.
Well, it is. And
with Peter Barr, he and Allison, I see they are enjoying their time out west.
And I'm telling you, if you miss that episode, that would be the one previous to this one. Had almost 500 downloads, which is good for us. Yeah.
Hey,
but those people are traveling. They are moving.
They are. I just hope they're not in Death Valley.
Ooh, I saw that. A flood.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is, August 7th. I'm not sure when it happened, a couple of days ago? Or
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, talk like getting 1-point-something inches of rain over a 24-hour period, which to us would not seem like that much. We get that sometimes 3 days in a row. But I guess out there, has nowhere to go but back up flat and packed earth or something. But they do get around. They have a Class C camper.
Yes, they do.
Pulling some sort of a Jeep thing, and he is out to hike all kinds of
going
trails.
to fire towers, going to different parks and landmarks. Well,
he posts every day. He's got some amazing places. But Gary, this is, believe it or not, we don't have any ceremony these days, but we have started our 4th year of podcasting.
How about that?
4th year.
4th year.
Episode 55 today.
50, and I like the fact that we are back right now. Here we are on the main campus.
We haven't been here in a while because of COVID and everything else.
Yeah.
So it is good to be here. Okay. Your house one time, now the main campus of GMPU.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it's fall. It means it's almost time to have a new semester.
And technically, it's probably midsummer.
That's true.
Midsummer.
That's true. So there's time to get signed up. If
there is.
Just go on the website, GaryDemark.com.
Yeah.
And you can sign up. And we haven't checked with Dee Dee, our security officer, in a while, but we should.
We should.
And you told me, you were saying that, we don't have a lot of money in the Treasury. Actually, we have no money.
Yeah.
Actually, we're in the hole.
Yeah.
And you said that this guy, Elon Musk, remember what you told me?
Mm-mm.
You said maybe he could possibly make us an offer to buy the whole campus, whole university.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's not going to buy Twitter, trying to back out of that.
Yeah.
Which cost, I think, $8 billion.
How
much do you think our university is worth?
It'd be less.
Yeah, count the decals we still have left.
I've got a half a box.
I got probably a fourth of a box.
Yeah.
So that's probably $30.
There you go.
And anything else we got of value down there? You got Dee Dee's golf cart.
There you go.
Needs a new battery, but we've got it.
Well, let's see. I haven't been to the bookstore to see what we got left in the way of koozies and sweatshirts and pencils.
That's right. They were going
stuff.
big.
Yeah.
New students every year pick those things up. I mean, I'd sell it for like $5,000.
Sure.
$5,000.
Yeah.
You want to contact them?
Sure.
Okay.
But in the meantime,
maybe you should throw in a Tesla.
There you go.
$5,000 and two Teslas.
2 Teslas.
Yeah, might as well get 4.
Maybe we could find a way to make more money.
What could that be?
Well,
I mean, you've come out with these great products in the past.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I watch. Barbara would tell you it's every night, but it's not every night. But the Inspirational Channel, Old Gunsmoke.
Oh yeah.
Old Gunsmoke reruns.
Great shows.
Especially the old ones from the 50s. They're 30 minutes. It's all black and white. And you don't really have to pay attention because I've decided the function of Chester. Chester will ask Matt a question, and that Matt can explain to the audience exactly what's happening. Okay, so you don't really have to pay that close attention to follow it. And they have commercials, you know. And one of the commercials is the former governor of Arkansas, Mike Huckabee.
Oh, yeah.
Not Bill Clinton. Mike Huckabee.
I've heard of him, of course.
And there's Mike Huckabee with his guitar kind of sitting on a porch with Larry Gatlin.
No, seriously?
Yeah,
Mike
with his
Huckabee
guitar.
plays guitar?
Yeah, he does.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So there they are. They're relaxing on the porch and talking about, you know, when you get old, it's hard to get a good night's sleep.
Yep.
But they both take this stuff called, get ready for the name, Relaxium.
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 That's a clever name.
I think it's probably somebody who had Latin in high school. That's my guess. And I thought, well...
Now, Relaxium like laxative? No.
No, this is helps
Relax.
you sleep.
Okay.
Helps you sleep, and according to Larry Gatlin, I mean, the first time he took it, boom, he had the best night's sleep, and now he takes it all the time. They don't really go into detail about what's in it, but it's all healthy stuff. We know that.
Well, that's good.
Well, so I thought...
Oh, my. You've been thinking again.
Well, I've been thinking,
This is the creative mind behind the Big Whiz Pocket, buddy.
Why don't we have our own sleep aid that we could offer for a fee? And they've already got the Relaxium name.
Yeah. Trademarked, I'm sure.
Well, so here we go.
Oh, my gosh.
Feel Goodium.
Feel Goodium.
Huh?
And you've actually produced a product or just
Well,
a jar?
here you go. We're working on that, and there you go. Feel Goodium.
All right.
It's like Relaxium, only
better.
Yeah, because you feel good.
And right.
Watch this now.
Oh no.
There's the little bottle, and here's the big bottle of Feel Goodium. And how would we market this?
Yeah, I don't have
because we
You are the good one at marketing.
Well, we're influencers.
Yeah, we are.
We're influencers. You know, I look back on my years on the city planning board.
He was.
Yeah. The Parks and Recreation Advisory Board.
Wow.
Oh, what an influencer. You know, so we want to get you under the influence of Feel Goodium.
I like that.
And I thought maybe the next episode we have, and this, I mean, not like a health episode, but anyway, maybe we could actually talk about the ingredients, and maybe one of us could have on a lab coat. That's always good.
For marketing, yeah. Looks official.
Or one of some scrubs and a stethoscope.
Always, yeah. Draped over your neck.
You know.
You can probably buy one of those pretty cheap.
We could do that and then hold this up. And then I don't think we really need to get down and dirty about actually what's in it. We just tell them it's all healthy
and legal
and organic and legal.
So
mostly,
I don't know. We might have to put the ingredients on it. I don't know if that's law.
Well,
or not. Of course, we've been kind of under the radar of things before. So
yeah, we have. But as our influence grows,
that's true.
We have to.
Well, that could be the answer to our prayers.
We could feel goodium.
Yep. And with the money we make from Feel Goodium.
Yeah.
Yeah, and our laboratories can probably produce that quickly.
I think they could.
Yeah, I bet Dee Dee could probably come up with some
bet
formula.
she could.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
She could test some down there at the dollar store.
Yeah, that a good place to sell it to begin with.
Could be.
There and the university bookstore.
Yeah, the university bookstore.
Yeah.
Have some, and it's got that Latin ring to it. Goodium.
Oh, cheers, by the way.
Cheers. Here we go.
We haven't been together for months.
No. But,
By the way, I don't know if they still make that one-y beer or not.
Oh, yeah.
They do. It's not sold at Ingalls. Not down here.
I haven't seen that. I've seen just their lager, which is
okay,
pretty low ABV.
Uh-huh. So I like that idea. Feel Goodium. Have we trademarked that name yet?
Well,
let's just say we have.
Yeah, we just put a little TM trademark. Feel Goodium.
Yeah, Feel Goodium.
Yeah, we can sit around and talk about how good we feel.
Well, I'm feeling good thinking about it right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So it's a hot day out there.
It is.
It is. Summer is only halfway over. We were just talking about.
Oh, yeah. When we were at camp.
You mean as counselors?
As counselors.
Right.
Back 45 years ago.
And more.
This was that you're getting into the last couple of weeks where some of the kids who have kind of just fiddled around and now they're desperate.
Desperate for what?
To come up with, I did something.
Meaningful.
Yeah. And one year, actually 51 years ago, it was the late Gene McDowell taking a bunch of boys on a 2-week backpacking trip.
Did you go on with him?
No, I did not. He was the sole counselor, but who was on it? The late Randy Sides.
Now, these people, the late had nothing to do with the hike, right?
No, David Truffant was on that trip.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I know the two of them.
He has a camp these days.
Yes, he does.
Camp Chosatanga. Is it Catalia?
Catalia and Chosatanga, and, a plane crashed near the camp, and one of his sons was in the plane. They were taking photos of the camp and it looks like he's going to be okay. He was in the hospital.
That was this year?
Yes. Just a few weeks ago.
Did not. I might have heard that.
No fatalities, but yeah.
Okay,
so
that's why you get.
Here's to the Truffants and good health. I'm not sure the name of the son, but he's on the road to recovery.
I know of several of them. He's got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And my only advice to you, David, would be for about $500, you could buy a very good drone and fly it from the ground. Take pictures, take video.
I think it was there were some parents, I'm not sure, in the plane. They were flying over looking. Anyway.
Gosh, that's scary. You know what? We don't need anybody flying over our campus.
No, we don't.
It's almost a no-fly zone.
Well,
especially with the top secret things going on in our laboratories.
Top secret things, but I'm pretty sure when I drove up here, I heard like a jet, and it looked like it was Chinese.
Really?
Yeah. They're all upset about Pelosi going to Taiwan.
So they're going to come this far to cause trouble.
Could be. We got to have our guard up on that.
Well, she should have visited China while she was there in equal time,
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sure they would have welcomed her in with open arms.
Well,
maybe not.
Yeah.
Could have invited us.
Yeah, well, maybe she's still mad at her husband because he got that DUI.
No, I did not hear that. I was out of touch for 3 weeks. I was gone.
Well, good for you. You didn't.
I missed most of the news.
Well, you
that, and I don't turn the TV on anymore either. Nor do I take a local paper. I take the local paper. I don't take a national or state big city paper. I take the one that's like 12 pages long twice a week.
We get a weekly.
Is that what the Hendersonville paper is?
No, it's the Lightning. It's the guy that used to be the editor of the paper.
Really?
We get that once a week. Sometimes on Friday we watch the PBS evening news, but that's it.
Well, I did away with cable, did away with my antenna. So I have just what I can get from the Prime, Amazon Prime. Although for $20, I bought the digital antenna. It's like a piece of plastic in the window.
Yeah.
And run the cable to TV, and I mean I get about 20 channels on that thing.
And that's plenty.
That's more than I watch, but I do get PBS and I get CBS, and I don't know what the others are. But my gosh, it's nice not to be in touch sometimes. But I'm missing out on some big news.
I think it's fun.
Yeah,
it's still what's going on is mainly what's going around where you are. So.
Yeah, and we are those influencers. So it's amazing we don't have camera coverage ourselves.
Right. No.
You would think people would be following us everywhere, and it could be for all we know. But I had my dog trying to follow you. Had to put him outside.
Did.
Yeah. Gary wasn't too fond of him. Gary's used to cats, not big dogs.
Well, yeah. He's a very friendly dog.
He is. If anybody wants that dog,
there you go.
There's a possibility. You got to have fenced-in yard, some acreage, and a bunch of kids to play with, or a bunch of dogs.
Right.
You can't just sit around. No, he cannot. So what else is going on, Gary? Anything? Well, I did. I talked about this is our 4th year of being a podcast. We've and episode 55 is this one. But I looked online, haven't done that in a while. We are over 20,000 plus downloads.
Wow.
As a podcast. And another, I don't normally count these up because I haven't found an easy way to do it, but we have over 4,000 YouTube views as well.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
We are influencers.
We are.
We should be, people should be paying us to.
Except, you get on your phone and look at some TikToker just at a young age died, or some influencer died. I don't know. It's kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah, but why are they dying? Have any idea?
Well, then you have to go click and get the rest of the story.
Don't do that. You usually have to pay money, and you click. It's like, okay, you've used up your limit of stories. Like I have this New York Times. You think it's this free thing, but the minute you click a story, it says, you've used up your free articles. You want to subscribe for $1 a week? And that sounds cheap, but that's $52 a year.
Yep.
I can just get the news from you.
Well,
you can just call me up every week and just give me a synopsis. Like you used to do what's in the news.
What is in the news?
I don't know. Anything going on?
Well, we just had the anniversary of the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, which is pretty heavy.
That was.
And John Burton, our friend John Burton, who was at camp and was hoping to go over to Germany. It was going to be the 50th anniversary of the whitewater races. And the day before he was scheduled to go, he came down with COVID.
It's been over 2 years.
Yep.
And you've had COVID, right?
I have.
And I told you I had COVID.
Yeah.
And I had, before I got it, I'd had 2 shots and 2 boosters.
Yeah.
Have you had 2 shots and 2 boosters?
2 shots and 2 boosters.
So, I mean, I'm telling you this, people who aren't, we don't want to get political here, whatever, and it's not political, it's medical, but I'm sure people who are not vaccinated, ones keep spreading this thing. I don't know. Maybe not.
Which reminds me, I have a little...
Maybe they need to drink some Feel Goodium or chew some.
There you go.
Yeah. Is that liquid or pill form?
This is pill form.
Okay.
Oh, maybe we need to come out with a little...
Enema, yeah.
Well,
no.
But a Feel Goodium, a liquid or a gel.
Or gummies. Gummies.
Gummies would be good. I do work at a store that kind of promotes foot health called Foot RX.
And that's over near Brevard, right?
Well, their main store's South Asheville. I'm at the one over in, technically, I guess we're in Pisgah Forest, right next to Sycamore Cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Lady came in last week. She's like, I'm sorry, but I need to see if I can use your bathroom. I'm like, sure. And she was trying to get a ring off her finger because she had just been stung.
Oh.
And so I helped her. We put some soap on the finger, and then I pulled and pulled and pulled, and we got the ring off, and she was very grateful. And then she started talking about COVID and how she thought she used to have a job but doesn't have it anymore because they're going to require you get your shots, and she didn't believe it was right to have to get a shot. And I just said, I'm old enough. I remember polio.
I tell people that same thing.
And so we couldn't wait. She goes, what's the principle? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm shutting that down. Just get the.
So I'm still taking these students on trips. About to wrap that up. And so we were a big, long, fancy trip this summer, and everybody had to be vaccinated. And I was going to be done, but they said, would you please do one more? I'm not sure if I told you, I'm doing one more short trip, 8 days, one city, fewer kids. But I said, we had a lot of interest. And in the application, it says your child must be fully vaccinated. And some mother emailed back to say, I don't know how I missed that, but he's not going to be. And any way around that? And I says, no, get the shot. I says, and so she pulled him off. And I'm just saying, polio. I didn't want to say that to her, but it's like when we were kids, my parents didn't say, well, I want you to wait 15 years and see if something happens to you before we take that shot or that pill or that sugar cube. It was like, take it now. We don't want you to have polio.
Right. I had friends that had polio.
Did you really? I did not.
Some that had not so bad lingering effects, and others who, serious,
Well, I mean, you look at schools, because I was a teacher all these years, for a kid to go to kindergarten, they have to have this whole series of shots.
Yeah.
Same for getting the 7th grade. You go have another series of shots. It's like you do it. It's just part of life.
Yep.
If you want to live. But, you know what? I am tired of COVID. I wish it would go away. I don't want monkeypox to come around.
Right.
Or anything else. I'm just tired of it. And I just think we're going to have things every year now.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a shot every year for something.
Yeah.
I just hope to mix it in with the flu shots with just one shot.
Yeah.
I don't mind shots, but I don't need to get 5 different ones a year.
No, I wonder if the Gary and Mark Podcasting University, if we could come up with our own special serum.
Well, you know what? If this is a hit, and if the formula comes out right,
feel goodium.
Feel goodium. You've heard it here first.
See a little smiley face.
There you go.
Yeah.
If that works, and I'm sure it will, because you've had great success with your products, I bet we can come up.
Yeah.
And we can make some money from that.
There you go.
We actually close down university and just be a laboratory.
There you go.
Yeah. There's a lot of money in drugs these days. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. So, anyhow, Gary, anything else on your mind?
No, not that I can think of.
Well, it's been a good session here.
Yeah, it started with the sewer line.
And ended
about
the sewer. Yeah, now, we should thank our sponsors. Before we do, we always forget this. We actually could use some new sponsors. We don't have any money.
Yeah.
And so in order for Gary and I to keep going, we have to out of our pocket, and we don't have, he's spending a lot of money on his sewer line, and I won't tell you what I'm spending money on, but we could use money, not for beer. Any money you donate.
We'll go to
podcast. We have to pay $108 a year for the hosting and about $20 a year for the domain name, GaryandMark.com. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
One donor could keep us going a year. 2 donors could keep us going a lifetime almost.
And just being friends of influencers.
You know what?
Want to be our friend?
And we'll have you on the show, mention your name every single episode. But we've had some long-term sponsors, but it's time for them to ante up, I think, again.
I agree.
So who are our sponsors? You remember any of them? Been a while, Gary.
Well, the Big Whiz Pocket, buddy.
That's
but sales have dropped off since. I mean, now you got more people getting back in groups. So.
Yeah, they're going to be needing that product again. Yeah, that was a good one. Rabbit Island Resort.
Rabbit Island Resorts.
Which we heard Elon Musk may be interested in part of that, too.
Yeah.
The whole island.
And Nancy Pelosi, I heard, was going to go, her plane was going to touch down.
Well,
at Rabbit Island Resorts.
And you know what? It won't be any just waiting or delays like we've been seeing busy airports, because our airport is not particularly crowded.
Right.
Yeah, you don't lose baggage there. We got the Saluda Outfitters, home of Oh,
Big Eddie's,
Green River Tap Room and Grill, or something like that. Yeah.
And the last time we were there, boy, a big old plate of those fries.
Well, they're good.
They are.
And I had a hamburger there, and it was good, too.
That was a good burger. You need to have a nap.
Yeah, they're open 7 days a week up in Slough. It's not far from here. You should check it out. Iron Key Brewing. And, you know, I've heard, I mean, they're doing well. But, you know, we're in a small area here, Watershed. But, you know, a brewery is opening up down the road in Landrum in the fall. And I've heard one's coming to Tryon.
Right.
There'll be a lot. That'd be like Hendersonville, but small scale.
Which has more now, too. I
bet so. We got L.J. Myers and his
White Dove Release.
There you go. We should have him on air and release some.
There.
Because we got a camera. We could show him going up into the air.
That'd be good.
And we also have that fancy non-alcoholic brew.
Athletic Brewing Company.
There you go. They're doing well. I've seen that more and more places.
Well.
Okay. Well, Gary.
And one more thing.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or the next day, but Charlie Tucker's birthday.
Well, how about that?
Happy birthday to Charlie Tucker.
And, you know, I bet your birthday's not too far away either.
Couple of weeks.
There you go.
Yep.
How old are you going to be? 73?
73.
70. How old's Charlie Tucker?
I bet he's 74, 75. He's got a year or two on me.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
He looks good.
Yep.
And you look good. I don't look good. All right, Gary.
Here we go.
It's been a good episode. I'm Mark.
I'm Gary.
And this is the Gary and Mark Show. Anything else we usually say when we close up?
Hope to see you again.
Hope to see you soon
in
the next episode. All right. We're out.